We want students in premier lab experiences day one. We don't want you to wait till your junior or senior year to be in a lab experience. And that kind of blend that prepares you for industry, coupled with the Christian mission, is so unique. And I think that's in part why people come from all over the world to be part of LeTourneau University.
Welcome, everyone, to Ask Admissions. We're here at LeTourneau University. This is going to be an amazing episode. And it's my honor to be here with Dr. Egle, who is the VP of Enrollment, Marketing, and Communication. Thank you so much for spending a little time. We've been hanging out, by the way, just, kind of all day. So it's really special. And we're in the middle of, it's kind of the heart of the student center, right?
We're right in the middle of it.
Yeah. And so if it gets noisy or something happens, we're doing this live. All right. So lots of places I want to go. This has been such a special week for the college tour to be here and share this incredible story. But I think the approach that LeTourneau is taking is different. And I'd love to let's start there. Yeah. Does that sound good?
Yeah, well, we're thrilled that you're here, Alex.
Yeah.
The team's been terrific, and it's been an exciting week here at LeTourneau. And, first and foremost, it's our Christian mission. It's who we have always been. It's who we are, and it's exactly who we'll remain. And it's core to how we approach education. And so a Christian mission is central to what we're doing at LeTourneau. But it's also about the spiritual formation and development that's happening within the lives of our students. And that's just, it's core to who we are and what we do. I think the second part is that it's about the faith integration. What does it mean to integrate our Christian faith into our God-given calling and our vocation? So what does it look like to me to be a Christian and an engineer, or a Christian and a pilot, or a nurse, and choose the discipline and program? And so that is first and foremost most important to us, and it informs everything we do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. I was, right before we pushed recording on this, I was speaking to the president. We talked a lot about that faith integration as well. You hear it. Not only it's come up twice in both the, talk with the president here in Ask Admissions, but just when you're on campus, it's a part of the fabric here.
That's right.
Which is super. Who do you think, when you talk about, the students and you're integrating that faith, and whether you're going to be a nurse or a pilot or an engineer and all this, who is, and I don't know if perfect student's the right way to say it, but what students out there? I think, as I mentioned, this is lots of parents, lots of high school counselors are watching these. It's who should be, come check us out. Who's the right fit here?
Yeah, well, families and prospective students that are looking for a Christ-centered education that really is embedded throughout everything we do. That's LeTourneau University. It's interesting, in Psalm chapter 78, verse 72, it talks about King David, but specifically how he was prepared to lead. And it talks about he led with an upright heart and the skillfulness of his hand, but in that order. And I think at LeTourneau University, students that are wanting to grow in their walk with Christ, to live and work with an upright heart, and then also be professionally trained with the skillfulness of their hand, is what's happening here. And for families that are looking for that, LeTourneau should be a top of the list.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's fun too. And we're gonna show them in the episode. But students, we're here out in East Texas. It's great because you're only a couple hours from the Dallas metro area. But students have come here from all over the world. We feature a student from Seoul, Korea. Yeah. And so I'd love you to talk about, it's diversified, and people are coming from everywhere, and just seeing, I think, what the power of this institution is doing in their lives.
It is. And we draw from all over the United States and around the world. And it's not just engineering and aviation. Those are two of our flagship academic programs, and folks come all over the world for engineering and aviation. But it's our other programs as well. It's nursing and business and education and computer science, and the list goes on, in part because of how we approach the learning environment. So in addition to the core Christian mission and the faith integration, we have a highly comprehensive, applied, and integrated learning environment. And so that's also very unique. It's this blend of theory and practice. It's the preparing students to be industry ready when they graduate. And it's about, we want students in premier lab experiences day one. We don't want you to wait till your junior or senior year to be in a lab experience. And that kind of blend that prepares you for industry, coupled with the Christian mission, is so unique, and I think that's in part why people come from all over the world to be part of LeTourneau University.
Yeah. Do you want to talk just real quickly about the area? Because it was super fun when I was driving. I know I was driving yesterday, and you all can't see it right now, but we're in the student center. I'm looking out. It was a beautiful, the most like relaxing, beautiful drive in here.
It is.
And the town, it's quaint, it's unique, it's friendly.
Yeah. It's a beautiful part of the country. In fact, I've been here at LeTourneau almost 10 years, but I lived in Virginia prior. So I was around the mountains and all of that. And so when you think about Texas, you don't think about trees and the greenery, but that's what you get in East Texas.
100%.
And that's exactly.
And like hills too.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's hills.
I was surprised when I came down as well 10 years ago. It's a beautiful part of the country. It's an incredible community, both the LeTourneau community, but the Longview and East Texas community. Some amazing things are happening here, and it's a great place to live and work and learn.
Yeah. So it's great for the students. As we talk about the students and where they come from, all this, like, I think, there's no better question to ask or just go into outcomes, right? Because that is what you're on the mission for, right?
That's right.
It's like, what are, as parents and teachers and loved ones, but the faith here as saying, here's where these young students should learn and take this next chapter of their life. It's all about getting ready for the next chapter of life. And so I'd love you to talk about that, because it's really impressive what we've been talking about behind the scenes before you click record of what those outcomes are.
It is. And, higher education is a very important investment, and Christian higher education is even more of an important investment. And so back to your question about the ideal student and what they're looking for, it's very important with that important investment decision in education that also result in outcomes. And any good investment is going to have good outcomes. And we do that really well here at LeTourneau. In fact, what's interesting is each year there's a kind of a ranking, if you will, or a list done by pay scale. And so in the 2024 list, it lists over 1,900 schools around the country, of which LeTourneau is one of the leading institutions among return on investment. When you take
it's an incredible stat.
It is. And when you look even more specifically at Christian colleges and universities, there's a member association here in the United States, the Council of Christian Colleges and Universities. There's a little over 160 member schools, of which LeTourneau is a part. And of that list, given the pay scale ranking, LeTourneau is the #1 return on investment institution in the nation. We're very proud of that, and that's intentional. And so between our Christian mission, the spiritual formation, the faith integration, the highly applied and integrated learning environment, and then incredible outcomes, we believe it's one of the premier destinations within Christian higher education. And our hope is that folks feeling welcomed and invited to really take a look at what we're doing here and what God's doing here at LeTourneau.
Absolutely. Well said. So whether it's a student, the parent, like, what's the next step? Whether they're watching this, maybe they watch the episode, learn about LeTourneau, many of other ways, like, what should be the first action they should take? And I would say, come check out the campus personally. But what's your, what's the first step?
I'll second that.
Okay,
absolutely. Okay. But we'd love to have families and prospective students visit and just get a glimpse, a taste of what we're doing here at LeTourneau. And we would love to host you and extend some LeTourneau hospitality to you, to the prospective students and families. It really is an honor and privilege to host people here and welcome them to our campus. And it's interesting, we hear this a lot from colleges and universities around the country, where they talk a lot about the story matters, and it does, and an individual student story really matters. But often we see institutions of higher learning, they say, well, come here so your story will start. We actually see it a little different. Here at LeTourneau, we believe that your story doesn't start when you get to LeTourneau. Your story doesn't end when you graduate, but it is a 4-year, 5-year window where your story is built, where God can, and the faculty and staff can walk alongside students and families in this amazing season of life and help you build your story and lean into what God's calling you to. And we deeply value that. And so we would welcome all of you to come check out LeTourneau, and where we can host you and welcome you. And our community is better because of it.
Absolutely. Well, listen, this has been awesome.
It's great to be with you.
Yeah, it's just want to thank you on behalf of the college tour, but also the community, the state, the country. I mean, what you all are doing here is it's so impressive, so needed, and just we have felt, the college tour have felt so welcome. And it's an honor to be a small piece in helping tell your incredible story.
Well, we're very grateful, and it's great to have you here. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you.
you.